of Europe's shadowed halls, where alliances cracked like ice. 1756, the old Fritz stirred with Maria Theresa's price. Frederick the Great struck first at Saxony. Prague fell in autumn's chill, while Kaunitz's web-bound France to Austria, bending Britain's will. Pitt the Elder forged the navy bold to guard the colonial claim. From Acadia's shores to Bengal's heat, where the redcoats fanned the flame. Pompadour's gold armed the Bourbon cause against the Hanoverian throne. The world conflagration lit the fuse in the 7 years unknown. Oh, the thunder of the Prussian square at Leuthen, swirling snow. Rossbach's route and Quebec's cliff, where the empires rise and low. Frederick's genius, Wolfe's daring leap, Chaucer's French retreat. From the Ohio's frontier blood to the Elbe's iron beat. Hark to the volleys at Minden's plain, the roar at Plassey's shore. 7 years unquenchable war, eternal empire's core. Colonies carved and thrones upturned in the cannon's global call. The clash that redrew the ancient world, defying one and all. Hastings' Hessians held the line, while the Russians marched on Berlin's gates. Zorundorf's fields in 58 ran red with Cossack hate. Kunersdorf's slaughter broke the king's heart. Frederick wept in the fray, but Torgau's winter in 60 turned the tide his desperate way. Dawn's Austrians hemmed the bluecoats tight from the Silesian heights, while Ludon's raid scorched the mark once more in the endless starving nights. Saltykov's Slavs and Whittle's Prussians clashed on the Oder's flood. The continent bled from the Rhine to the Vistula in the deluge of blood. Square at Leuthen, swirling snow. Rossbach's route and Quebec's cliff, where the empires rise and low. Frederick's genius, Wolfe's daring leap, Choiseul's French retreat. From the Ohio's frontier blood to the Elbe's iron beat. Hark to the volleys at Minden's plain, the roar at Plassey's shore. 7 years unquenchable war, eternal empire's core. Upturned in the cannon's global call. The clash that redrew the ancient world, defying one and all. Braddock's route on the Monongahela in 55's frontier hell. Forbes took Fort Duquesne by guile, where the French fortresses fell. Wolfe scaled the heights of Abraham, Quebec's walls in 59. Montcalm perished on the plains in the battle's fatal line. Clive's redcoats crushed Suratu Dala at Plassey's Mango Grove. Bengal's Nawab betrayed and broke to the company's iron glove. Havana's siege and Manila's fall in 62's Spanish flame. The Bourbons yielded sea to sea in the empire-shifting game. From Bestuzhev's intrigue in Petersburg to Lally's fall in Pondicherry's dust, the marauders roam the channel waves where the privateers would trust. 250,000 souls to graves, from the Alleghenies to the Spree. The war that birthed America's spark and the British Raj decree. Frederick's miracle held the line, Pitt's vision claimed the main, while Europe's map was etched anew in the treaty's binding chain. Oh, the thunder of the Prussian square now fades in Leuthen's frost. Rossbach's ghosts and Quebec's shade muzzles silenced plea, from the Ohio-scarred frontier to the Elba's victory. Hark to the volleys at Minden's plain, the roar at Plassey's shore. 7 years echo lingers, war eternal faded roar. Colonies bloom and thrones endure in the cannon's quiet thrall. The clash that shaped the modern age in the fire of one and all. In the halls of Moscow's frozen throne, where the Tsar's ambitions burned, 1700 the great northern call as the Tsardom's eagles turned. Peter the Great with his Baltic dream forged alliance against the Swede. Saxony's Augustus and Denmark's king in a coalition's greedy need. Narva's bridge in November's gale ran Skirld's 12,000 held the line against the Russian host 40,000 in the blizzard's cruel design. Charles Axbergseen, the Lion of the North, smashed the Tsar's first desperate thrust. But Peter's fire would rise from ash in the war's unyielding crust. Oh, the thunder of the Swedish charge on the Poltava Plains red field, Cossack sabers and Carolean steel where the northern empires yield. Charles daring Peter's iron will, Menshikoff's ruthless blade, from the Neva's ice to the Vistula's chill, the Tsar's relentless raid. Hark to the volleys at Frohstadt's roots, the roar at Gadabush's gate. Great northern wars, unyielding hate, eternal frozen fate. Snowdrift stained and rivers choked with the fallen's iron throng. The clash that broke the lion's roar in a requiem's endless song. Augustus lost his polished crown at Clisso in 1702. Charles veteran swept the Saxon host and the elector's dreams withdrew. Altenstedt's treat had bent the king to peace, but the Tsar pressed on the east. Grodno fell to Sheremnev's siege, and the Swedish shadow creased. Frohstadt's slaughter in '05, Ranskild crushed the Allied might, while Charles dreamed of Moscow's fires through the Polish winter night. Mazeppa's Cossacks turned the tide in Ukraine's vast rebellious plain, but Poltava's dawn in '09 broke the Swedes in pouring rain.
Oh, the thunder of the Swedish charge on the Poltava Plains red field, Cossack sabers and Caroline steel where the northern empires yield. Charles daring Peter's iron will, Menshikov's ruthless blade, from the Neva's ice to the Vistula's chill, the Tsar's relentless raid. Hark to the volleys at Frohstadt's roots, the Borod Gadabush's gate. Great northern wars, unyielding hate, eternal frozen fate. Snowdrift stained and rivers choked with the fallen's iron throng. The clash that broke the lion's roar in a requiem endless song. Bender's walls in 11 held Charles against the Ottoman tide. A sultan's ultimatum forced the exile to the Crimean side. Stralsund's fall in 12, the Pomeranian hold slipped from Swedish grasp, while Gersfield saw the last northern stand in the coalition's class. Peter's fleets claimed the Baltic blue from Hanger to the Gulf of Finland's shore. lost, the lion tamed, and the Tsar's new navy bust. From Leeuwenhout's wagons lost in Paranus, mud to Packle's traitorous plea. A generation's blood for Baltic sway, from the Never to the sea. Charles perished at Frederickson's walls, a bullet in the fray, while Peter built his window west in Petersburg's new claim. 2 million souls to frost and shot, the North's great conflagration, birthing Russia's rise from steppe to sea in the Tsar's foundation. Oh, the thunder of the Swedish charge now ghosts on Poltava's green. Cossack shades and Callian blades where the old alliance since convene. Charles daring Peter's iron will, Menshikoff's faded claim. From the Neva's ice to the Vistula's chill, the Northern Throne's new name. Hark to the volleys at Frohstadt's rout, the roar at Getabush's gate. Great Northern echo lingers hate, eternal winter's wait. Snowdrifts melt and rivers run clear of the fallens buried from the wars that forged the Tsarist dawn with a Baltic requiem song. In the halls of Prague, shadowed spires, where the White Mountain loomed in mist. 1618, the Protestant cry hurled Catholic lords from the abyss. Ferdinand's edict sparked the flame, the Bohemian estates rose high, with Frederick the Winter King crowned. Neath the defiant Czech sky, the Palatinate fell to Tilly's pikes in the Rhine's wine dark flood. Bethlen Gabor swept from Transylvania, tasting the Habsburg blood. Mansfeld's mercenaries roamed the waste, from the Neckar to the Elbe's bend. The war's black wings unfurled at last, where the old faiths would contend. Oh, the thunder of the Swedish guns on the Lutzen fog-bound field. Wallenstein's daggers and Gustavus steel in the Emperor's iron yield. Ferdinand's wrath, Oxenstierna's guile, Richelieu's scheming veil. 30 winters, blood and fire where the Holy Roman frail. Hark to the horns at Breitenfeld's rout, the roar at Nördlingen's gate. 30 years unyielding hate, eternal shattered state. Croplands burned and rivers choked with the slain's unburied throng. The wars that halved the German heart in a requiem's endless song. 1630, the Polish truce broke, Gustavus Adolphus sailed the gale, landing at Wolgast with 10,000 Swedes to answer the Protestant wail. Breitenfeld's plain in 31, Tilly's tertius broke and fled. Leipzig's dust turned to victory's wine as the lion roared ahead. Mainz and Frankfurt bowed to the crown, the Rhine a Swedish stream. But Lutzen's mist in 32 claimed the king's life in a dream. Wallenstein schemed in his Bohemian hold with Pappenheim at his side, till Irish blades in Eger's night cut the general's traitorous pride.